Hi, welcome to my PowerPoint. My name's Olivia. Jane Goodall. Table of contents: childhood, career, marriage, accomplishments, and later career. Childhood. Jane Goodall was born on April 3rd, 1934 in London, England. When she was little, she got a stuffed animal chimp from her father. Judy, her younger sister, was exactly 4 years younger than her and also shared the same birthday, April 3rd. She did often not see her father because he went to the war from 1939 to 1945. Jane was interested in animals and observed them since she was a child. She loved the books Tarzan of the Apes and dreamed of being like him in the jungle. She, her sister, and mother moved to Bournemouth to live with her grandmother, and she could have animals in her grandmother's brick house. When she was 12, her parents got divorced. People thought that she could never live in the jungle and follow her childhood dream. Career. Her family did not have enough money for college, so she became a secretary when she was 19, following her mother's advice. In 1956, Jane got a letter from a friend, Chloe, saying that she had just moved to Kenya and would want Jane to come visit. In 1957, she left for Africa on a boat. She told people about her dreams, and they told her to see Louis Leakey, a scientist. Louis hired her as a secretary and then to study chimpanzees. Jane started researching chimps around July 14, 1960. The chimps were scared of her, so she went to the top of a lookout so they could become more used to her. She gave the animals names because they had personalities and feelings just like humans. The first one she met, she named David Graybeard. She wrote to Louis about what she was finding out because she wanted other scientists to know. Scientists didn't believe what she told Louis. In 1965, she got a PhD in ethnology from Cambridge University to change that. Marriage. Hugo van Lawick, a National Geographic photographer, came to take pictures of Jane for a new article they were publishing. They both liked nature and each other's company. On March 24, 1964, Jane and Hugo got married. Hugo changed what people thought of Jane and her work. In 1967, Jane had her first and only child, Hugo Eric Lewis. His nickname was Grub. Around 1971, Hugo started to leave Africa a lot more. 3 years later, Jane and Hugo got divorced. In 1974, Jane got remarried to Derek Bryceson, a man from England. After 6 years of their marriage, Derek was diagnosed with cancer and he died. Accomplishments. Jane discovered that chimps use tools just like humans, and only other scientists didn't believe that. In 1965, My Life Among Wild Chimpanzees was published. In 1970, Jane and her son wrote a book, and it was later published. In 1971, Jane wrote a book by herself called In the Shadow of Man, and more books after that were all published. In 1971, she became a professor at Stanford University. Jane changed the way other scientists worked and studied chimps. In April of 2002, she got an award from United Nations and won many awards after that from other countries like France, Tanzania, and Japan. Later career. Jane met with other scientists in 1986 and found out that chimps were becoming extinct. She quit her job of researching and started helping the chimps. She visits medical labs and talks to medical scientists to prevent animal She talks with world leaders and students. She rescues chimpanzees from the forest so that